For 10 years, I was a factory racer and pretty much showed up to every race with a brand new bike. It was awesome. But at the same time, when I was home, you know, and flogging out my practice bikes, I still wanted to take those and go to a local race. So there was always kind of a nice little system that I like to do at home to get those bikes ready to go and comfortable enough that I felt, you know, they were, you know, sweet, tight, and ready to go to a local race. Some of the main points that I had to hit were my air filter, my brakes, and my tires. I always had to start with a clean air filter with an additional cover. Just didn't want any chance of sucking any sand or getting any dust through that. Next would have been my brakes. Always had to bleed the rear brake. I'm not much of a brake dragger, but you don't want any chance of losing your brakes out during a race. While we're on the subject of bleeding brakes, one of the ways I like to get a little bit more performance from my front brake is just a quick and easy way of back bleeding the brakes. I just like to lean down next to the bike, put my knee up against the caliper, and push it so it pushes all the fluid back up into the reservoir. And a lot of the time it'll just push out just a couple bubbles that have developed and give you a lot stronger of a feel. Third would have been to check out my tire situation. Most of the time I would deal with running, you know, a front that had some of the edges off of it, but a rear is super nice for getting a good start and just having that great traction throughout the whole event. Another item would have just been to make sure that, you know, I have fresh training oil. You know, that always seems to make a big difference in how well the bike starts and just how cleanly it's shifting and how well the bike's running. Lastly, it's definitely important to go over all your bolts. You know, your practice bike get the most time, and you know, everything can get loose over time. So making sure you check your shock bolts, your linkage bolts, your exhaust bolts, you know, the things that are under a lot of stress and get a lot of high vibrations are really important to check. You know, that shifter bolt, your Kickstarter bolt, those are things that are, you know, really detrimental if you lose those during a race. So checking all of your controls, making sure things are tight, it's a no-brainer, but you need to go over them all. Hey guys, if you like this video, just be sure to subscribe to our channel. We'll be putting out lots of content, and I hope you guys follow us.